Yo, what is up?
Yo,
Log
yo.
Cabin Nation. I'm here with my boy Bomp, as always.
What's going on, team?
Basically, two dudes who take forever to get ready to do stuff, and we finally do it because we don't let that stop us. We don't let that slow us down.
Two
You know,
dudes shouting out random stuff into the dark. Just mad
yeah.
at nobody.
Yeah, so, little backstory. We were going to start this at like 10 o'clock. It is now 11:43 my time.
Oh my
Couple
god.
little setbacks. Lost my dog.
It wasn't my fault this time.
Yeah, it actually wasn't Bompton's fault this time. I did tell him, I was like, hey, you got Bompton. He didn't argue. I lost my dog. I was out in the woods with my phone flashlight like I was on a horror game. Felt like I was playing Amnesia or something. Or The Forest. Or something like that. We found her, though. We're good.
She's alright. I
yeah.
think you had a boy dog this whole time.
No, I got
I
a girl
just
dog.
imagine you just being like, Yeller.
Because you know what? I've been looking up some stuff on the internets, and actually I watched a documentary a long time ago. It wasn't really even a documentary; it was like a YouTube video. It was like a homemade thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like a History Channel or Discovery. It wasn't like anything like that. It was just some dude that uploaded some stuff with some pictures and some voiceover, and it's gone. It's completely gone. The video I can't find it.
You're saying they're hiding the information.
I think they're hiding. Yeah. It was a very in-depth look at dragons. And what I'm going to say is, first of all, I love dragons. I think they're one of the coolest animals. And you might say, Rangus, dragons aren't a real animal. And I'll say, I beg to differ. How do I even start this discussion? Because I think people are going to be like, dragons, they're real? That's impossible. They're clearly mythological. I'm going to say that dragons did exist, or rather, perhaps maybe still do exist to some extent, and they lived alongside humans. And you know what? You might say, well, how come we have no evidence of dragons ever existing? And I will say, have you ever heard of a thing called a dinosaur? Now, the word dinosaur was first coined... Hold on, I gotta pull up my. The word dinosaur was created in 1841 by an English scientist named Sir Richard Owen. He created the word to describe giant lizards that had recently been discovered in the fossil record. Prior to 1841, the most common term for the English language used to describe giant lizards was the word dragon. No doubt. But anyway, so we are told that the dinosaurs died out 65 million years ago. And I believe that in third grade. However, I looked at this documentary, or this YouTube video that's no longer available, and I found out that dragons have been documented several times throughout history. First, everyone knows Marco Polo. Boom, Marco Polo. He did his travels through 1271 through 1298, okay? I'm gonna read parts of this. This is from Marco Polo's book, The Travels of Marco Polo. It is the written record which chronicles the adventures and travels that Marco Polo experienced while exploring the Eastern world. In Part 2, Chapter 40, he reports what he describes as a huge serpent. The descriptions given sound in many ways no different than descriptions given of the dinosaurs of the textbooks. I'm reading this.
Does it say how many feet it has? If it has 2 or 4 legs.
He will describe it exactly, and it's what you think.
If it has 2 legs, it's a wyvern, right?
I think, I don't know, dude. I don't know all the specifics.
Read it, go ahead.
Marco Polo didn't live 65 million years ago. Just keep that in mind, okay?
No. I get that.
This is 1271 through 1298 is when
800 years ago.
Yeah, so he says, leaving the city of Yachi and traveling 10 days in a westerly direction, you reach the province of Karazhan, which is also the name of the chief city. Here are seen huge serpents, 10 paces in length, about 30 feet, and 10 spans, about 8 feet, girt of the body. At the forepart, near the head, they have 2 short legs having 3 claws like those of a tiger, with eyes larger than a 4-penny loaf, and very glaring. The jaws are wide enough to swallow a man, the teeth are large and sharp, and their whole appearance is so formidable that neither man nor any kind of animal can approach them without terror. Others are met with a smaller size, being 8, 6, or 5 paces long, and the following method is used in taking them. In the daytime, the reason of great heat, they lurk in caverns, from whence at night they issue to seek their food. And whatever beast they meet with and can lay hold of, whether tiger, wolf, or any other, they devour. Alright, so we've got these 30 feet long, 8 feet thick monsters with tiny arms on the front with 3 claws on them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and their jaws are wide enough to swallow a man, okay? This is how he says that they caught them. So he says, after which they drag themselves towards some lake, spring of water, or river in order to drink, right? So they eat some food, they eat an animal, and then they go to the river or the lake. He says, by their motion in this way along the shore and their vast weight, they make a deep impression, as if a heavy beam had been drawn along the sands. Those whose employment is to hunt them observe the track by which they are most frequently accustomed to go to, and fix into the ground several pieces of wood armed with sharp iron spikes, which they cover with sand in such a manner as not to be perceptible. So they hide these, like, you know, whenever you're running from the cops and they throw the spikes down to like flatten your tires. That's what they did with dinosaurs, bro. So then whenever they walk through the sand, they get stabbed. And it says, when therefore the animals make their way toward the places they usually haunt, they are wounded by these instruments and speedily killed. The crows, as seen as they perceive them to be dead, set up to scream, and this serves as a signal to the hunters, who advance the spot and proceed to separate the skin from the flesh, taking care immediately to secure the gall, which is most highly esteemed in medicine, right? So there's people that their job is to hunt dinosaurs. It's like Turok.
You mean dragons?
Yeah, dragons. Okay, yeah. So anyways, that's just one example, because I also saw another one that I can't seem to find right now that was in that video that talks about
it's you're looking for it.
Yeah, actually I had to go to Yahoo search to even find anything on this. Google wouldn't show me anything. dude.
What was that old search engine with the little black lab? That shit? Yeah.
Let's see. Search engine with dog.
Links?
That was called Dogpile.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. It was. That is it. I just looked at the little dog. I just saw the little dog. Look it up. Look it up. I just saw the little dog. It's what it's called.
It was not called Dogpile. I'm telling you right now.
Why don't you Dogpile it? Just Dogpile it, dude.
It was not.
Dude, Bing it. I bet you won't.
I'm not binging it. There's no way it was Dogpile.
Dude,
and if so,
Bing it.
That's a fucking Mandela effect.
Bing it, dude.
Something I'm not. I'm not binging anything.
I bet you won't bing it.
Anything. I'm not binging it. You know, I can't stand is I go to my wife's laptop, and she doesn't use Google Chrome. She uses what is the other one?
Firefox.
No, the Earth one.
Edge.
Edge.
Edge is gross.
It's gross. Like, dude, what are you doing? And why don't you care about what you're making this family look like? You know what I mean?
Dude, I have more on dragons.
Go back. Okay, back to the dragons.
Just so you know, I have way more on dragons.
Hey, let me tell you, you're preaching to the choir.
No, I
already know that, like, there's a lot of birds. When they try to get the fossils of birds, the wings and stuff don't really make it. It has to be like